name is the Rare Breed Keith Youngblood, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to episode 1 of NEW Interactive. Now, first and foremost, I want to remind everyone watching tonight that I am live in the comments right now. So jump on in, send some chats, let's talk, because we're going to take a look at some of the biggest moments of my career here in Northeast Wrestling. The grab for the gold ladder match in a sold-out Mid-Hudson Civic Center from Redemption. Myself and Jerry the King Lawler capturing the Northeast Wrestling Tag Team Championships in my hometown at WrestleFest, as well as our defense against Brian Anthony and David Arquette. Yeah, that David Arquette. We're also going to take a look at my monumental victory at Over the Top from January of this year, and finally, my heavyweight championship match against Ring of Honor star Danny Moff. But you see, you didn't come here to hear me talk about those things. No, because Keith Youngblood is all about the action. So let's stage dive right into this. Without further ado, NEW Interactive.
First, from Buffalo, New York, 217 pounds, he is a rare breed, Keith Youngblood!
No holds barred. One man will find a way to escape this pack, climb the ladder, and realize their dream. All men with their eyes on that proverbial prize. Everyone looking to have eyes on the back sides and front of their heads at the same time. Wrecking Ball Legursky may be a natural target here.
It looks like they're all surrounding. Let me tell you something. It's not the worst idea doing what they're doing right now. Eliminating the big man, getting rid of the powerhouse, although it didn't work.
Easier said than done. The Wrecking Ball plowing through the competition as he's done for the past 2 years here in NEW.
But the ladder is open, and that means things are about to get cray-cray.
Casanova wants that title shot. Youngblood trying to put a stop to it. And here comes the JT Dunn.
And here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. When you're looking at that ladder... What is Wrecking Ball going to do here?
Nothing but power. You better turn around. We got a climber. Casanova. Boy, goal-oriented to be sure, but that ladder just being moved. Are you kidding?
I've never seen this, bro.
Body on body. Taking out the trash.
A power slam and power bomb combo. Dude, I've never seen that. Redemption, baby.
Casanova wrapping his fist with nothing but bling. And a hard landing for the JT Dunn.
And he's a smart man, Jerry, because he's not doing anything wrong. Because in a match like this, you can do whatever you want. If he wants to use his bling, use that bling, dog.
It was his for the taking, but just like that, Keith Youngblood putting a stop to things. Where's he going? Senton!
Wow.
Like a dart, shooting himself right up over and on top of the prone body of JT Dunn.
He had no hesitation. He sprung up there and just did it. How do you do that without being scared? I mean, he's risking his own body.
Legursky making sure it's steady, all the more important for a man of his size. But he better look around because
he's surrounded again.
Yeah. Legursky's enraged. He says, forget it, let's do it.
This time, different results.
Everyone getting their licks in! Death by elbow!
Death by elbow took him off his feet. Let me tell you something. That death by elbow by JT Dunn will take anybody off their feet, bro.
The biggest and the baddest, it just did, but now we've got 4 men!
Here we go. You know something, I can appreciate 4 guys fighting that are young, that are in shape, that are hungry, that all have the same goal, and that's to be world champion. But Christian Casanova is still my pick.
Straight up headbutt from JT Dunn. Maybe pound for pound, the hardest striker in Northeast Wrestling. Thus far, we have got broken bones, perhaps, bruises, battered men everywhere, all with the same goal in mind.
And this is only match 1, bro.
Hale Collins again. He's got that fire back. We've seen it over the last few months. But can he follow through here? Youngblood, a man on his own for the first time in his career, and he's acquitting himself quite well here tonight.
He's a former tag champ in Northeast Wrestling. He's new to singles wrestling. He wants it.
He's a risk taker. He's not going to back down from an opportunity.
Why is that ladder not under the contract, Jerry? What is it? What is he doing, bro?
He's a thrill seeker, but don't do this.
You see the refs holding the ladder for safety. Oh my God! Do you know how high the ring is alone, let alone how high he was up on that ladder?
A huge roll of the dice from Keith Youngblood. I'm not sure who got the better end of that. Everybody went down. Youngblood may have emerged somewhat unscathed here, but can he complete?
At this point, I think even the crowd is a little shocked.
Youngblood is inching closer, but the Man Scout desperately trying to stop him. The backbreaker. Face first into the ladder.
A Dirty Diana will take anybody out, bro.
And Youngblood, rare breed indeed, using that same chair, that same strategy, and going to town on top talent. Casanova up and over. Oh no!
That'll bust an eye socket, that'll bust a nose, that'll bust a mouth, that'll make you never look pretty again. That's why I try to stay away from these matches.
Watch out for Killanova. He is perched and ready to strike. The axe kick. He got all of it. And Keith Youngblood tipping the scales in his favor. Lands on the apron. Boy, this guy is some kind of athlete.
Uh-oh.
Done.
Butterflies in my stomach again.
Wow.
Something cray-cray.
A high-risk scenario once again on that apron. Youngblood caught. He's in trouble. Oh, no! No man's land for Keith Youngblood. And then there was one.
So here you can see me entering WrestleFest in my hometown of Danbury, Connecticut. Man, I was fired up. This was such a special moment for me because, I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting into it just watching it back here. I grew up watching Northeast Wrestling in this building. So to have the opportunity to not only tag with Jerry Lawler, not only have Ricky Steamboat in my corner, to wrestle for the tag team championships against my former partner Daniel Evans, there was so much emotion going into this, and I was so ready to just get in there and light some people up. And man, that building just holds such a special place in my heart. The people, who all came out. There were more Keith Youngblood shirts in that audience than I think I've ever seen in my life, and it was just really, really special.
Keith Youngblood. So much at stake for him as Daniel Evans, his former partner, his former best friend, putting the boots to the would-be challenger. And Youngblood. Nobody knows the Duke of Danger quite like Keith Youngblood. Daniel Evans rocked by the fiery rare breed. Oh, but look at the power. Evans shoved off. And there's a shot. Youngblood caught. Up, over. No, Evans picks up his former partner. Youngblood won't stay In trouble for long. What a drop kick. Jerry Lawler cheering on from the apron. Ricky Steamboat approving from ringside. How much more motivation could you possibly need? Daniel Evans' face paid the price. And here comes Youngblood. Nice teamwork from the young superstar and the veteran. These men have gelled like few would have predicted. But common goals can do crazy things. And Keith Youngblood and Jerry Lawler are both committed to taking down the Royal Court. What is Vito doing? And Ricky Steamboat says, not on my watch. And just enough distraction for a power play from the Duke of Danger. Keith Youngblood able to save himself from certain disaster, but can he get to his corner? Jerry Lawler pleading, yes! Here comes the king! Jerry Lawler firing on all cylinders, and he's not done. Youngblood back in the battle as well. All four men battling it out. The tag team championships on the line. And what is Baron Von Vito doing now? Steve-O, he's had enough. Ricky Steamboat has unleashed the dragon. Keith Youngblood has a clear path. Crossbody. Yes.
Now I'm going to take you from the Kings of Rock winning the Northeast Wrestling Tag Team Championships to defending them. And not only are we defending our newly won Tag Team Championships, but we're doing it inside the historic Mid-Hudson Civic Center. And it's sold out. Live on iPay-per-view, this match meant so very much to me, and we're defending them against Brian Anthony and David Arquette? Yeah, that David Arquette. I'm gonna let it speak for itself. I hope you enjoy.
At one point, Brian Anthony and Arquette having their own war of words and then getting in there at WrestleFest in a tables match.
And they're getting in there now and stopped immediately by the tag team champions. Time to go to work.
This is where Jerry Lawler thrives. Anytime he can get his right hand into your face, it's going to hurt.
Youngblood and Lawler like a well-oiled machine. And down go the challengers. Hollywood Royalty back to ground floor, back to ground zero.
As you mentioned, Brian Anthony has held the NEW title on a few occasions. So he has done it by himself on his own terms before. But ever since he's become a king, I guess if you want to call him that, it's just been a different attitude, doing things like that we never saw from him before.
You alluded to it earlier, Anthony and Youngblood, no love lost, and Youngblood more than ready for what Anthony's bringing to the table so far.
Keith Youngblood so close to getting revenge on Brian Anthony, as I mentioned. back at Grass City Brawl, which you can see on the High Spots Network. Coming up short that night, but not because he didn't have it, because there were outside forces at play there.
Near fall, Youngblood one step ahead and loving it every step of the way. He is really feeling it here tonight. And watch out for Baron Von Vito, that X Factor on the outside. That gave the self-proclaimed king all the time he needed. And here comes perhaps the most controversial world champion in pro wrestling history, David Arquette, ready for battle alongside King Brian. What will he bring to the table here?
There's Baron Von Vito again. David Arquette is very intelligent. He knows exactly what he's doing. He and King Brian Anthony definitely have a game plan coming into this one.
The man who would be king looking for that moment, and he took too long. Oh! A home run shot.
So close there.
Youngblood almost stealing the win out of nowhere, but what's he got left? He needs to make that tag. And Arquette's not going to let him. But is he in for a royal fall? No, he gets everything.
He connected right to the middle of the chest.
And Youngblood still fights on.
Youngblood is a fighter. He is determined. He has always shown great heart here at NEW, but just that little extra as far as his hatred of Brian Anthony carrying him to a kick out.
Jerry Lawler itching to get into this match once again, but he is on the outside looking in. There's only so much he can do unless Keith Youngblood can find a way to make something happen, and he's got to do it soon.
Very simple nerve hold here from Brian Anthony, but the way he's been picking Youngblood apart, very effective.
Youngblood fighting for his life.
Oh, come on.
And Lawler, he's losing his temper again.
You can't blame him.
Youngblood back in this. He's showing a spark here. The king rattled. And Youngblood strikes again. From behind. Youngblood needs that tag, but Lawler distracted on the outside. He's going after Vito.
Vito pulled his leg out, and I can't blame Lawler. He's wanted to do that for a while.
Corner splash, Youngblood continuing the fight. Oh no!
Jeez, the ref's down.
Well, this thing overflowing, and wait a second.
Hey, that's the Duke of Danger.
The Duke of Danger throwing the odds out of whack for the Royal Court.
You knew this was gonna happen. I just knew this was gonna happen.
And the tables decidedly turned. Jerry Lawler puts down David Arquette.
It was a straight right hand coming down from 12 to 6 by Jerry Lawler that put Arquette away.
After 5 long years of scraping and clawing for everything I've ever had, winning the over-the-top Rumble not only solidified me as a player in Northeast Wrestling, but it made me officially the #1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship.
Former NEW champ JT Dunn, NEW Live champion Christian Casanova, Richard Holiday, and rare breed Keith Youngblood, who will go for their dreams tonight.
JT Dunn charges in on Holiday, Casanova in on Youngblood. I still say the odds are favoring Richard Holiday in this one.
This could be a make or break moment for either of these men.
Oh!
And watch out!
Holiday sends them both out.
JT Dunn has been eliminated.
But Keith Youngblood still in there as well. No! Youngblood! Holiday thinks he's out, but he's not.
This is it. Youngblood cannot let go. He does not want to let go of that dream. He's hanging on for dear life.
Oh, hold on. Keith Youngblood has done it.
And now I have the biggest mountain of my career to climb. Ring of Honor star Danny Moff. Yeah, I wasn't gonna have a wrestling match. I wasn't gonna have a clinic. No. See, if I wanted to get the Northeast Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, I had to do what I've had to do my entire life, and that's fight. And Moff, I was bringing the fight right to you.
Here we are inside a building that is very, very special to me, the NEW Arena in Bethany, Connecticut. That place is truly a home away from home for me. The fans there are my family, and you can see it, man. You can see it in my body language, you can see it in my eyes, the fire and the desire. That night was so important to me because after 5 years of being in Northeast Wrestling, I had finally earned my opportunity at the Heavyweight Championship. And man, I knew a lot of people I spoke to after this match were telling me they expected so much more nerves out of me going into a fight against Danny Moff, because that's what it is. You get in the ring with Moff, it's a fight. And I told him, I said, there was not a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to be stuck in the ring with Danny Moff on that night. On that night, Moff was going to be stuck in the ring with me. I worked too long and too hard, and as all those signs say, you can see them right now, no more waiting. That was my moment, and man, I was going to bring every last ounce of my heart and my soul into this match, and I was going to be the one bringing the fight to Danny Moff. And just watching this back, man, and seeing you can almost feel the energy through the video. I mean, there's nothing like being in the NEW arena live, but you see these people up on their feet, you see them singing with me, I'm feeling myself, they're feeling me. I mean, this was so special to me, and I'll never forget it.
Introducing first, the challenger. He is in the corner to my left. Comes to us from Buffalo, New York. Weighs in at 210 pounds. He's a rare breed. Keith Youngblood! And his opponent, in the corner to my right, weighs in tonight at 305 pounds. He is the Northeast Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Bayonne Badass.
Oh, here we go. Moff not wasting any time. Youngblood saw it coming. But even when you see a bull coming, sometimes you can't avoid it. But so far, Youngblood oh, excuse me. I spoke way too soon. Youngblood out of the way. Goes up to that second rope and just brushed aside by Moff. Youngblood off the ropes. He gets caught. Picks him up. No, Youngblood rolls through. Tries the super kick. Moff has to get out of harm's way. Shotgun drop kick from the challenger. And now going for those 10 shots. And Dan Moff in a position he's not used to. He's on the defensive here early. High cross body, he hit it! Moff got out of it. Propels himself to the floor. Youngblood not going to remain in shock after not getting the pinfall. Tope suicida. But Moff getting that knee to the gut of the champion, misses. Youngblood rolling him into the ring. He knows if he wants that title, it has to be in the ring. Gonna go for that high cross body again. This time, Moff moves out of the way. And Youngblood, oh, God. Oh. 305 pounds straight down on the sternum of Keith Youngblood. Dan Moff is the champion for a reason, defeating Darby Allin back and over the top. He took the brunt of some big-time offense from Keith Youngblood. Oof. But still on his feet. Oh! Oh, right to the lower back. Oh! To the side of the body. And now Moff laying in the destruction to Keith Youngblood, showing why he's an independent wrestling legend. He knows his target, he's acquired it. And a big time chop sending Youngblood straight backwards. But Youngblood, ever the scrappy one, throwing in some shots here. Irish whip reversed by Dan Moff, and he cuts Youngblood off at the pass, sends him down to the mat. And the challenger, he is taking a beating. Keith Youngblood, former NEW Tag Team Champion, most recently holding those championships in 2019 with the legend Jerry the King Lawler. So he has a wealth of wrestling information, his wrestling IQ very high, as Moff biting at the head of Youngblood. That was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting by the champion Moff, and unnecessary. But again, that's why he has been in the sport for so long. He said it himself before this contest, he can get dirty, and he just proved it. Keith Youngblood has been waiting for this opportunity for so long. He does not want it to go by the wayside, but he may not have an option. Another shot, but there's a headbutt to Youngblood, sending him jarring backwards. As he is laying in a beating to Keith Youngblood. This is very, very one-sided right now, as Dan Moff showing dominance here over the challenger. Blood firing back, a headbutt of his own. Looked like that shot went to the throat. Referee right there to check on that. Dan Moff calling his shot here. Calling for the cannonball, perhaps. Taking his time, enjoying the moment. Youngblood took the brunt of that. Shoulder up from the challenger. Keith Youngblood showing why he has earned this opportunity at the Northeast Wrestling Championship. And we have how much is left? Youngblood. Moff goes in, boot to the face from Youngblood, and another one. Ducks the clothesline, he got him. Neckbreaker got him. Back in this one. Going to the top rope, maybe going for the high crossbody again. He gets caught in a huge cutter. No! Youngblood shoulder up. And Moff back to the drawing board. Bringing Youngblood into that corner, headbutt. And that's calling for the end of the line here for the challenger. And Keith Youngblood said no more waiting, but Moff might make him wait more. No! Super kick to the knee. Lung blower. Youngblood makes the cover. The champion forcing shoulder up at 2. And Youngblood gonna have to wait just a little longer if he's gonna become the new Northeast Wrestling Champion. Big time stinger splash. Going for another one, but no! He speared Youngblood practically out of his boots. And Dan Moff, instead of going for the cover, going to inflict more damage. I mean, he almost went out of the ring on that one. Going to go up to that second rope. Calling for the end. Here he goes. Nobody home on the elbow. Landing hip and elbow first. As Keith Youngblood trying to rally himself back into this championship match. But Moff meets him with a knee. Gonna go for the Rainmaker. And he sends Youngblood inside out. That is it. The champion retains. No! Youngblood getting out of that Rainmaker. I thought that was all she wrote, but Youngblood still continuing to fight. What does Dan Moff have to do to put this guy away? He's calling for another one. Off the ripcord. There's another one. And again, Youngblood out at 2. Unbelievable. Moff can't believe it. I can't believe it. Everybody here stunned. They can't believe it either. And Moff saying he's going to shut it down. After 2 Rainmakers, I don't know what else he could possibly do. Maybe a third, or maybe something else in mind from the champion. He's gonna lift him up. Pile driver. He planted him. And again, Youngblood out. 2 Rainmakers. Pile driver. And yet still, the rare breed is in this. He's in it. I'm at a loss for words. He is beaten, he is battered. But Youngblood, look at this, still clawing. And it's just like he talked about with Matt Taven. He has had to claw for everything that he has gotten, not only in wrestling, but in life. So he is clawing his way back to his feet. Hold on. Moff has a chair. He's got a chair. He's got two of them. Our referee not seeing that first one quite yet. Oh, he sees it now. And he's admonishing him, saying, hold on! Roll through! Super kick! He's gonna try to cover him. Oh! So close. Keith Youngblood had it in his hands and it went away. So close to becoming the Northeast Wrestling Champion and it went away. But Moff inching toward that chair, begging with the referee. He thought it was 3. But Dan Moff, something evil in mind. Giving some leeway here. Don't, come on! You gotta be kidding me.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner as a result of a disqualification, Rare Breed, Keith Youngblood.
And Dan Moff gets himself disqualified. And for being such a monster, taking the easy way out, he threw everything at Keith Youngblood. 2 rainmakers, a pile driver, and it was not enough. The Rare Breed was back in it. And instead, Moff taking the cheap way out. A disgusting display from our champion. Disgusting and unnecessary. Wait, hold on. He's up. He might have to wait for that title, but he's not gonna wait for payback. Crushing him with that chair. Hits him again. There you go, Keith. Give him what he deserves. There's one more for good measure. And he sends Moff flying to the floor. Youngblood is hot under the collar, and I don't blame him. He was robbed. He waited for so long, and it was taken away. Here comes some help.
This is not ending like that, Danny. You want to take our chance away from us? After 5 years away, you guys are stuck. Danny, you beat Wrecking Ball. You beat Darby Allin, but you couldn't beat me.
He's right. He is absolutely right.
You can't beat me, and that's why you're running. And I'm telling you right now, a rematch will happen, and I'll use every chair in this building if I have to lay you on your back and take that championship.
Well, there you have it. The most brutal and physically and emotionally grueling match of my career just played out right before your very eyes. And Danny Moff, I know you're probably sitting at home right now and you're cradling the Northeast Wrestling Championship and you're thinking how smart you are because you got away. But if you think for even a fraction of a moment that I've forgotten about you, or I've forgotten about the heavyweight championship, then you're even dumber than you look, and that boggles the mind. Moff, I see that championship every time I close my eyes. And with each and every passing day, every single moment that we sit at home, the fire inside me burns just a little bit hotter. And when Northeast Wrestling reopens its doors, I'm making a promise And that promise is that all of this pent-up fire inside of me is gonna come out tenfold on you with every single chair shot. Because chairs will be legal. And Keith Youngblood will fulfill his destiny on that night. But unfortunately, there's still a little more waiting. Northeast Wrestling fans, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with us and continuing to support your favorite stars in this very strange time. And I also want to thank you for tuning into this YouTube special. It has meant the world to me, and I'm very happy I was live in the comments to chat with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I can promise you there will be more and more content coming from Northeast Wrestling every single day. So thank you again, and I cannot wait to see each and every one of you at the next Northeast Wrestling show, because that is going to be nothing but a good time.